We're about to embark on a journey into one of the most intriguing mysteries of human consciousness, a question that has captivated philosophers, scientists, and dreamers for centuries. Can your dreams actually shape your reality? Tonight we'll drift through the fascinating landscape where sleep meets consciousness, where the boundaries between imagination and influence blur in ways that might surprise you. But before we begin, I'd love to know where you're joining me from. Feel free to share your time and location in the comments below. There's something beautifully mysterious about exploring the realm of dreams while we're scattered across different corners of our shared planet, each of us preparing to surrender to sleep under the same vast sky. The visuals are here to guide you, but please feel free to close your eyes, settle into comfort, and let your mind wander freely through these ideas. Let's begin with a moment of wonder. Right now, as you listen to these words, your brain is preparing for something extraordinary. In just a few hours, you'll surrender conscious control and enter a realm where the impossible becomes routine, where you might fly through starlit skies, have conversations with people from your past, or experience adventures that feel more vivid than waking life itself. These aren't just random neural firings or meaningless mental noise. They're complex, rich experiences that your mind creates with stunning detail and emotional depth. But here's what makes this truly fascinating. What if these nighttime journeys aren't as separate from your waking world as you might imagine? What if the stories your sleeping mind tells, the emotions it processes, and the scenarios it creates are quietly influencing the person you become when you open your eyes each morning? Tonight, we're going to explore this mysterious connection between the dreaming mind and waking reality. We'll discover how modern science is revealing that the boundary between sleep and consciousness is far more permeable than we ever realized. We'll journey through research that suggests your dreams might be doing more than just entertaining you through the night. They might actually be shaping your thoughts, your emotions, your behaviors, and perhaps even your future in ways both subtle and profound. The relationship between dreams and reality has always existed in that liminal space between the mystical and the scientific. For thousands of years, cultures around the world have believed that dreams carry messages, offer guidance, or provide glimpses into possible futures. Ancient Egyptians built temples dedicated to dream interpretation. Indigenous societies have long viewed dreams as sacred journeys of the soul. Even today, many people wake from particularly vivid dreams, feeling as though they've received important insights or experienced something truly meaningful. But what does modern science tell us about this ancient intuition? Are we simply romanticizing random brain activity? Or is there something deeper happening during those hours when consciousness takes a different form? Recent research is painting a picture that's both more complex and more fascinating than either the purely mystical or purely reductive explanations would suggest. Scientists are discovering that dreams aren't just passive experiences that happen to us. They're active processes that our brains use to consolidate memories, process emotions, and even prepare us for future challenges. More intriguingly, they're finding evidence that we can sometimes influence our dreams and that these dream experiences can have measurable effects on our waking lives. Consider this remarkable phenomenon that researchers call lucid dreaming. These are dreams where you become aware that you're dreaming while still remaining asleep. In these extraordinary states of consciousness, dreamers report being able to make deliberate choices, influence the dream narrative, and even practice skills or confront fears in a safe, imaginary environment. What's particularly fascinating is that brain scans of lucid dreamers show activity in regions associated with self-awareness, decision-making, and cognitive control. Their sleeping brains are engaging systems typically associated with waking consciousness. But here's where it gets even more intriguing. Researchers are finding that people who regularly experience lucid dreams often show enhanced cognitive flexibility, better problem-solving abilities, and improved emotional regulation in their waking lives. It's as if the practice of maintaining awareness and control within the dream state strengthens certain mental muscles that prove useful during regular consciousness. Scientists at Northwestern University have been conducting groundbreaking research into whether lucid dreaming can be reliably induced using simple technology. They've developed techniques that combine pre-sleep training with subtle sensory cues delivered during sleep. Using nothing more sophisticated than a smartphone app, they've been able to help people achieve lucid dreams with remarkable consistency. This isn't just academic curiosity. These researchers are exploring whether guided dream experiences might be used therapeutically, helping people overcome nightmares, practice challenging situations, or process traumatic memories in a safe psychological space. The implications extend far beyond the realm of lucid dreaming. Every night, your brain enters what neuroscientists call REM sleep, a stage characterized by rapid eye movements and intense neural activity. During these periods, your mind doesn't simply replay the day's events. Instead, it seems to remix memories, emotions, and experiences in creative and sometimes seemingly random ways. But this apparent randomness might serve important purposes. Studies suggest that REM sleep plays a crucial role in memory consolidation, helping to transfer important information from temporary storage to long-term memory. But the process isn't just about filing away facts. Your dreaming brain appears to be making new connections between disparate pieces of information, finding patterns and relationships that your conscious mind might miss. Some researchers believe this nocturnal creativity is why people sometimes wake up with solutions to problems they've been struggling with, or with fresh perspectives on challenging situations. The emotional processing that happens during dreams might be equally important. Dreams often feature heightened emotions, bizarre scenarios, and symbolic representations of our fears, desires, and conflicts. Some scientists theorize that this emotional rehearsal serves a vital function, helping us process difficult feelings and prepare for potential challenges. By experiencing intense emotions in the safe space of dreams, we might be building emotional resilience and developing better coping strategies for waking life. This connection between dream content and emotional well-being has led to fascinating research into nightmare treatment. Traditional therapy for chronic nightmares often involves a technique called imagery rehearsal therapy, where patients consciously reimagine their nightmares with more positive endings while awake. But researchers are now exploring whether teaching people to become lucid during nightmares might be even more effective. If dreamers can recognize they're in a nightmare and take control of the experience, they might be able to transform the frightening scenario into something more manageable or even empowering. Recent studies have shown promising results for this approach. Participants who learned lucid dreaming techniques reported not only fewer nightmares, but also improved sleep quality and reduced anxiety during waking hours. The ability to take control within the dream state seemed to generalize into increased feelings of agency and confidence in daily life. But the influence of dreams on reality might extend beyond individual psychology into the realm of creativity and innovation. Throughout history, numerous scientific discoveries, artistic creations, and technological innovations have reportedly emerged from dreams. The structure of the benzene ring, the melody of Yesterday by the Beatles, and the plot of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde all allegedly came to their creators in dreams. While these stories might be somewhat mythologized, they point to something important about the creative potential of the dreaming mind. When we dream, the normal rules of logic and physics don't apply. Our minds can make unusual connections, combine impossible elements, and explore scenarios that would never occur during rational waking thought. This freedom from conventional constraints might allow for the kind of creative leaps that lead to genuine innovation. Some researchers are now investigating whether we can harness this creative potential more systematically, using techniques to see dreams with specific problems or challenges we want to solve. The emerging field of targeted memory reactivation offers another intriguing glimpse into how dreams might shape reality. Scientists have discovered that if you associate a specific sound or smell with something you're trying to learn while awake, then expose yourself to that same sensory cue while sleeping. Your brain will reactivate the associated memories during sleep. This reactivation seems to strengthen the memories and improve recall when you wake up. Even more fascinating, researchers have found that when people naturally dream about tasks they've been practicing, they show greater improvement in those skills compared to people who don't dream about the tasks. It's as if the dreaming brain is providing additional practice sessions, refining abilities, and consolidating learning in ways that purely conscious practice cannot achieve. This research suggests that the boundary between sleeping and waking consciousness is more fluid than we typically imagine. The experiences, emotions, and insights that emerge during dreams don't simply vanish when we wake up. They become part of the continuous flow of consciousness, influencing our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors in ways both obvious and subtle. As we continue our exploration tonight, we'll delve deeper into the mechanisms behind these phenomena. We'll discover how the sleeping brain processes information differently from the waking mind, and why this difference might be crucial for learning, creativity, and emotional well-being. We'll explore the latest research on how dream content relates to waking experiences, and examine the growing body of evidence suggesting that our nighttime mental adventures have lasting effects on our daytime lives. Most remarkably, we'll investigate the emerging possibility that we might be able to intentionally influence our dreams, and through them, actively participate in shaping aspects of our waking reality. This isn't about mystical manifestation or wishful thinking. It's about understanding the genuine, measurable ways that the dreaming mind contributes to the ongoing construction of who we are and who we might become. The journey we're embarking on tonight sits at the fascinating intersection of neuroscience, psychology, and human experience. It's a story about the hidden connections between different states of consciousness, and about the remarkable capacity of the human mind to learn, grow, and adapt even while we sleep. We sleep. What makes these discoveries even more profound is how they're reshaping our understanding of consciousness itself. When we think about awareness, we typically imagine it as something that switches on when we wake up and switches off when we fall asleep. But the research emerging from sleep laboratories around the world suggests something far more nuanced and beautiful. Your consciousness doesn't simply disappear during sleep. Instead, it transforms, becoming something different but no less remarkable. During REM sleep, your brain exhibits patterns of activity that in many ways mirror waking consciousness. Yet the rules governing this mental state are entirely different. Logic becomes fluid, time becomes elastic, and the impossible becomes routine. You might find yourself having profound conversations with deceased relatives, effortlessly flying through landscapes that morph and shift, or discovering solutions to problems that have puzzled you for weeks. But here's what's truly extraordinary. These dream experiences aren't occurring in some disconnected mental theater. They're happening within the same neural networks that process your waking thoughts and emotions. The same brain regions that help you navigate daily challenges are active during your dreams, processing information, forming memories, and making connections. The boundary between your dreaming self and your waking self isn't as clear-cut as you might imagine. Consider the remarkable phenomenon that researchers call dream incorporation. Throughout the night, your dreaming mind weaves together fragments from your recent experiences, your distant memories, your hopes and your fears into narratives that can be surreal, emotional, or surprisingly insightful. But this isn't random. Studies show that the experiences most likely to appear in dreams are those that carry emotional significance or represent unresolved challenges in your waking life. Your brain seems to use the dream state as a kind of psychological laboratory, experimenting with different scenarios, exploring potential outcomes, and processing complex emotions in a safe, consequence-free environment. When you dream about giving a presentation to a room full of people, your brain might be helping you prepare for real-world social challenges. When you dream about being chased, you might be processing feelings of anxiety or avoidance in your waking life. This emotional processing function of dreams has profound implications for your psychological well-being. Researchers have found that people who are deprived of REM sleep often struggle with emotional regulation, becoming more irritable, anxious, or depressed. It's as if dreams serve as a nightly therapy session, helping you work through difficult feelings and maintain psychological balance. The connection between dream content and emotional health becomes even more fascinating when we consider how dreams can evolve over time. People who are going through major life transitions often report changes in their dream patterns. Those who are healing from trauma might initially have nightmares that gradually transform into more empowering dream narratives as they recover. It's as if the dreaming mind is actively participating in the healing process, creating new storylines that support psychological growth and resilience. But the influence of dreams extends beyond emotional processing into the realm of learning and skill acquisition. Athletes have long reported that visualization techniques can improve their performance, but recent research suggests that dream-based practice might be even more powerful. When gymnasts dream about their routines, when musicians dream about their pieces, when surgeons dream about their procedures, they're essentially getting additional practice time in a neurological environment that closely mirrors waking performance. What makes this dream practice so effective is that it engages the same motor planning and execution networks that are active during actual physical performance. Brain imaging studies show that when people dream about moving their bodies, The motor cortex lights up with activity patterns remarkably similar to those seen during real movement. Your sleeping brain is essentially running simulations, refining neural pathways and strengthening connections that will serve you when you're awake. This discovery has led to fascinating experiments in sleep learning. Researchers have found that if you practice a new skill during the day and then expose yourself to related sensory cues during sleep, your brain will continue processing and refining that skill throughout the night. Musicians who listen to pieces they're learning while they sleep show improved performance the next day. Athletes who are exposed to sounds associated with their training during sleep demonstrate enhanced motor learning. The implications extend far beyond individual skill development into the realm of creativity and innovation. The dreaming brain seems uniquely suited for making unexpected connections between disparate ideas, when the normal constraints of logic and convention are relaxed. Your mind can explore combinations and possibilities that might never occur during rational, focused thinking. This creative potential of dreams has been recognized throughout history, but modern neuroscience is beginning to understand why the dreaming state is so conducive to innovation. During REM sleep, different brain regions communicate in ways that are impossible during waking consciousness. Areas responsible for memory, emotion, sensory processing, and abstract reasoning all become interconnected in a vast network of neural conversation. It's in this state of enhanced connectivity that breakthrough insights often emerge. The solution to a mathematical problem that has been eluding you might suddenly become clear in a dream. The perfect metaphor for a poem you've been struggling to write might appear in a nocturnal vision. The design for an invention that could change the world might reveal itself in the strange logic of sleep. Recent studies have explored whether we can harness this creative potential more systematically. Researchers have experimented with dream incubation techniques, where people focus on specific problems or questions before falling asleep, essentially programming their dreams to work on particular challenges. The results have been promising, with participants reporting increased insight and creative solutions after targeted dreaming sessions. But perhaps the most intriguing aspect of dream research involves the growing understanding of how memory consolidation works during sleep. Your brain doesn't simply file away the day's experiences like documents in a cabinet. Instead, it engages in a complex process of integration, connecting new information with existing knowledge, strengthening important memories while allowing less significant details to fade. This process of memory consolidation doesn't happen passively. Your dreaming brain actively selects which experiences deserve permanent storage, often choosing those that are emotionally significant or relevant to your long-term goals and values. The dreams you experience might be a byproduct of this selection process, representing the neural conversations happening as your brain decides what to remember and what to forget. What's remarkable is that this memory processing seems to be influenced by your conscious intentions. People who actively reflect on their experiences before sleep, who set intentions about what they want to remember or learn, often show enhanced memory consolidation during the night. It's as if conscious awareness can guide the unconscious processes of learning and memory formation that occur during dreams. This bidirectional relationship between conscious intention and unconscious processing opens up fascinating possibilities for personal development and growth. If you can influence what your brain focuses on during sleep, And if these nocturnal processes can shape your waking thoughts and behaviors, then dreams become a potential tool for positive change. The research on lucid dreaming provides the most direct evidence of this possibility. People who become aware within their dreams report being able to practice skills, confront fears, explore creative ideas, and even work through emotional challenges with remarkable effectiveness. What's particularly striking is that the benefits of these dream experiences often persist into waking life. Studies have shown that people who practice public speaking in lucid dreams become more confident speakers in real life. Those who confront their fears in the safe space of lucid dreams often find those fears less overwhelming when encountered in waking situations. Musicians who rehearse pieces in lucid dreams show improved technical proficiency when they return to their instruments. The mechanism behind these effects seems to involve the same neural plasticity that underlies all learning and growth. When you practice something in a dream, your brain forms and strengthens the same neural pathways that would be activated during waking practice. The fact that the experience occurs in a dream state doesn't diminish its neurological impact. This discovery challenges our traditional understanding of the relationship between subjective experience and objective reality. If a dream experience can create measurable changes in brain structure and function, if it can influence behavior and performance in the waking world, then in what sense is it less real than a waking experience? The answer might be that reality itself is more fluid and subjective than we typically assume. Your brain constructs your experience of reality moment by moment, weaving together sensory input, memories, emotions, and expectations into a coherent narrative of consciousness. Dreams represent an alternative mode of this same constructive process, one that operates according to different rules, but produces experiences that are no less vivid or meaningful. As we drift deeper into this exploration, we begin to see that the question of whether dreams can shape reality might be based on a false premise. Perhaps the more accurate question is how different states of consciousness contribute to the ongoing construction of your experienced reality. Perhaps dreams don't shape reality so much as they participate in creating it, offering alternative perspectives, processing experiences, and generating insights that become part of the continuous flow of your conscious life. The boundary between dreaming and waking consciousness becomes even more blurred when we consider the growing body of research on daydreaming, meditation, and other altered states of awareness. These states share many characteristics with nighttime dreams, including relaxed logical constraints, enhanced creativity, and the ability to access unconscious insights. They suggest that the dreamlike processing that occurs during sleep might actually be available to us throughout our waking lives, if we know how to access it. This expanded understanding of consciousness opens up new possibilities for personal growth, learning, and healing. If we can learn to work more consciously with different states of awareness, if we can bridge the gap between dreaming and waking consciousness, we might be able to tap into the full spectrum of our mind's remarkable capabilities. This understanding brings us to one of the most fascinating aspects of consciousness research: the discovery that your brain doesn't distinguish between vividly imagined experiences and actual physical events in quite the way you might expect. When neuroscientists examine brain scans of people who are dreaming, visualizing, or remembering, they find remarkably similar patterns of neural activation. The same regions that light up when you're actually walking down a familiar street also become active when you dream about that same journey. This neural overlap suggests something profound about the nature of experience itself. Your brain processes the memory of yesterday's conversation, tonight's dream about flying, and your imagination of tomorrow's possibilities using fundamentally similar mechanisms. From your brain's perspective, the boundary between experienced and imagined reality is far more permeable than our everyday awareness suggests. Consider what happens when you wake from a particularly vivid dream. For those first few moments of consciousness, the dream experience might feel just as real as your physical surroundings. Your heart might be racing from a dream chase, your emotions might be stirred by a dream encounter, or your mind might be buzzing with an insight that emerged from your sleeping consciousness. These physiological and psychological responses aren't separate from your waking reality. They become part of it, influencing your mood, your thoughts, and your approach to the day ahead. But this blending of dream and waking experience becomes even more intriguing when we examine how expectations and beliefs shape our perception of reality. Research in psychology and neuroscience has revealed that what we expect to happen has a remarkable ability to influence what actually occurs. This isn't simply a matter of positive thinking or wishful hoping. It involves measurable changes in brain function, hormone levels, and even immune system activity. The phenomenon extends far beyond the realm of dreams into every aspect of human experience. When people believe a medical treatment will help them, their bodies often respond as if the belief itself has therapeutic power. When athletes visualize successful performances, their muscles show patterns of electrical activity similar to those that occur during actual movement. When students are told they have exceptional potential, they often begin to fulfill those expectations in measurable ways. What makes this particularly relevant to our exploration of dreams is that the vivid, emotionally charged experiences we have during sleep might function as a particularly powerful form of expectation setting. When you dream about successfully handling a challenging situation, your brain processes that experience as if it were a real success. The confidence, the problem-solving strategies, the emotional resilience that emerge from the dream experience don't disappear when you wake up. They become part of your psychological toolkit, subtly influencing how you approach similar challenges in your waking life. The research on targeted memory reactivation provides compelling evidence for this process. Scientists have discovered that when specific memories are reactivated during sleep, they don't simply become stronger. They can actually be modified, updated with new associations and emotional meanings. This suggests that the stories your dreaming mind tells aren't just entertainment for your sleeping consciousness. They might be actively rewriting your personal narrative, updating your sense of what's possible, and reshaping your expectations about yourself and your world. This rewriting process seems particularly powerful when it comes to emotional memories. Dreams often take difficult or traumatic experiences and transform them in creative ways. A dream might replay a painful memory, but with a different ending. Or it might present symbolic representations that help you process complex emotions. Through this nocturnal storytelling, your mind might be gradually reshaping how you relate to challenging experiences, building resilience, and opening up new possibilities for healing and growth. The implications become even more fascinating when we consider the role of intention in shaping dream content. People who practice dream incubation techniques, focusing on specific questions or challenges before sleep, often find that their dreams respond to these intentions in surprising ways. It's as if conscious awareness can plant seeds that bloom in the garden of sleep, growing into insights, solutions, or emotional breakthroughs that influence waking life in profound ways. But the influence of dreams on reality extends beyond individual psychology into the realm of social connection and shared experience. Dreams often feature other people from our lives, and these dream encounters can actually influence our waking relationships. When you dream about someone, you might wake up with different feelings toward them, new insights about your connection, or a changed perspective on your relationship dynamics. Research has shown that the emotions we experience toward people in our dreams can carry over into our waking interactions with them. A positive dream encounter might leave you feeling more warmly towards someone, while a negative dream experience might create subtle tension or distance. This suggests that our social reality is being continuously shaped not just by our actual interactions, but by the dream relationships our minds create and explore during sleep. The cultural dimension of dreaming adds another layer to this exploration. Different societies throughout history have developed various approaches to understanding and working with dreams. Some cultures view dreams as messages from the spirit world, others as glimpses into possible futures, and still others as psychological processes that reflect inner wisdom. What's remarkable is that regardless of the cultural framework, people often report that their dreams provide guidance, insight, or emotional resolution that proves valuable in their waking lives. This cross-cultural consistency suggests that the capacity for dreams to influence reality might be a fundamental feature of human consciousness, rather than a culturally specific belief system. The mechanisms might be psychological and neurological rather than mystical, but the practical effects remain consistent across different societies and historical periods. Modern technology is beginning to offer new ways to explore and potentially enhance these dream reality connections. Researchers are developing sophisticated systems that can monitor sleep stages, detect REM periods, and even deliver targeted stimuli during dreams. These technologies might eventually allow us to more systematically explore the therapeutic and creative potential of dream states. Some experimental programs are already showing promising results. Systems that detect nightmares and provide gentle awakening or reality-checking cues are helping people develop lucid dreaming skills. Apps that play specific sounds or scents during REM sleep are being used to enhance memory consolidation and learning. Biofeedback devices that monitor physiological responses during sleep are helping researchers understand how dream content relates to emotional processing and stress reduction. The potential applications extend far beyond individual enhancement into therapeutic and educational contexts. Imagine sleep clinics that could help people overcome phobias by guiding them through controlled dream encounters with their fears. Consider educational programs that could enhance learning by optimizing the memory consolidation that occurs during sleep. Think about therapeutic interventions that could help trauma survivors reprocess difficult experiences through guided dream work. But perhaps the most profound implication of this research is how it challenges our understanding of the relationship between mind and reality. If our dreams can measurably influence our thoughts, emotions, behaviors, and even our physical health, then the traditional boundary between subjective experience and objective reality becomes much more fluid than we typically assume. This doesn't mean that dreams can magically manifest external changes in the physical world. The influence appears to work primarily through psychological mechanisms, shaping our perceptions, expectations, and behaviors in ways that can indirectly influence our life circumstances. When you dream about success, you might wake up with increased confidence that leads to better performance. When you dream about healing, you might experience reduced stress that supports your body's natural recovery processes. When you dream about creative solutions, you might develop new perspectives that help you solve real-world problems. The emerging picture suggests that consciousness itself might be more continuous and integrated than our everyday experience suggests. Rather than thinking of dreaming and waking as separate states, we might consider them as different modes of a single, ongoing process of meaning-making and reality construction. Your sleeping mind doesn't simply process the day's experiences and file them away. It actively participates in creating the psychological and emotional context within which you'll experience tomorrow's reality. This understanding opens up new possibilities for personal development and intentional growth. If dreams naturally influence your waking experience, and if you can learn to work more consciously with your dream life, then sleep becomes not just a period of rest and recovery, but an active opportunity for learning, healing, and transformation. The techniques for enhancing this dream-reality connection are becoming increasingly sophisticated and accessible. Dream journals help people track patterns and themes in their nocturnal experiences. Reality-checking practices during the day can increase the likelihood of becoming lucid during dreams. Meditation and mindfulness training can enhance the quality of both sleep and dream recall. Even simple practices like setting intentions before sleep can influence dream content in meaningful ways. As we continue to explore this fascinating frontier, where consciousness meets sleep, where psychology meets neuroscience, where ancient wisdom meets modern technology, we discover that the question of whether dreams can shape reality opens up into something much larger. It becomes an inquiry into the nature of consciousness itself, into the mechanisms by which we create meaning and construct our experienced reality moment by moment, whether we're awake or asleep. The journey we're taking together tonight isn't just about understanding dreams. It's about exploring the full spectrum of human consciousness and the remarkable ways that different states of awareness contribute to the ongoing creation of who we are and who we might become. In this exploration, we find not just scientific insights, but also practical wisdom about how to live more consciously, how to work with the full range of our mental capabilities, and how to participate more intentionally in the continuous process of becoming fully human. But what happens when we zoom in even closer to examine how these nocturnal processes actually unfold within the landscape of your sleeping mind? The mechanisms by which dreams influence reality become even more fascinating when we understand the delicate choreography of consciousness that occurs throughout each night of sleep. Your brain doesn't simply switch into dream mode and remain there until morning. Instead, it cycles through different stages of sleep, each with its own characteristics and functions. The light stages of non-REM sleep seem to focus on physical restoration and the initial processing of recent memories. The deep stages help consolidate factual information and clear metabolic waste from neural tissues. But it's during REM sleep that the most vivid dreams occur, and where the most complex psychological processing takes place. What's remarkable is that these REM periods don't occur randomly throughout the night. They follow a carefully orchestrated schedule, becoming longer and more intense as the night progresses. Your first REM period might last only a few minutes, but by morning, you might experience REM episodes that continue for 30 minutes or more. This progression seems designed to allow increasingly sophisticated psychological work to unfold as your body reaches deeper states of rest and recovery. During these extended morning REM periods, your brain exhibits patterns of activity that are surprisingly similar to waking consciousness. Yet the experience is entirely different. Areas responsible for logical reasoning and reality testing become less active, while regions associated with emotion, memory, and creativity become hyperactive. It's as if your mind is operating with a different set of rules, one that prioritizes emotional truth over literal accuracy, symbolic meaning over logical consistency. This altered state of consciousness creates unique opportunities for psychological integration and growth. Problems that seem intractable during waking hours might find creative solutions in the fluid logic of dreams. Emotional conflicts that resist rational analysis might resolve themselves through symbolic dream narratives. Memories that have been fragmented by trauma or stress might find new coherence through the integrative processes that occur during REM sleep. The timing of these processes appears to be crucial for their effectiveness. The dreams that occur in the early morning hours, when REM sleep is most intense, often carry the greatest emotional weight and seem to have the strongest influence on waking mood and behavior. This might explain why many people report that their most memorable and meaningful dreams occur just before waking, and why these dreams often seem to set the emotional tone for the entire day. But the influence of dreams extends beyond individual psychology into the realm of learning and skill development in ways that continue to surprise researchers. When people practice complex tasks during the day, their brains don't simply store these experiences as static memories. Instead, they continue to process and refine the learning during subsequent sleep periods, often leading to improvements that exceed what would be expected from conscious practice alone. This nocturnal learning enhancement seems to be particularly pronounced for skills that involve motor coordination, creative problem solving, or emotional regulation. Musicians who practice difficult passages before sleep often find that their technique has mysteriously improved by morning. Athletes report that complex movement patterns become more fluid after being processed during sleep. Even cognitive abilities like pattern recognition and strategic thinking can show remarkable overnight improvement following intensive daytime training. The mechanism behind this sleep-dependent learning appears to involve the same neural networks that are active during dreaming. As your brain cycles through REM sleep, it essentially runs simulations of the skills and experiences you've been working with during waking hours. These simulations aren't perfect replicas of conscious practice. Instead, they seem to explore variations, test different approaches, and strengthen the neural pathways that support optimal performance. What makes this process even more intriguing is that it appears to be enhanced by the emotional and symbolic processing that characterizes dream consciousness. Skills that are practiced with strong emotional engagement during the day show greater sleep-dependent improvement than those learned through purely mechanical repetition. It's as if the emotional significance of an experience determines how much attention your dreaming brain pays to refining and integrating it. This emotional prioritization system might explain why dreams often focus on experiences that carry personal meaning rather than mundane daily activities. Your brain seems to use the dream state to work primarily with material that matters to you emotionally, psychologically, or developmentally. The casual conversations and routine tasks of daily life rarely appear in dreams, while significant relationships, challenging situations, and personally meaningful goals become frequent dream themes. The selective nature of dream content suggests that your sleeping mind is actively curating your experiences, choosing which aspects of your life deserve the special processing that occurs during REM sleep. This curation process might be influenced by your conscious intentions and values, creating another pathway through which awareness can influence the dream. Reality connection: people who regularly set intentions before sleep, who consciously reflect on their goals and challenges, often find that their dreams respond to these mental preparations in meaningful ways. It's as if conscious attention creates a kind of request that your sleeping mind attempts to fulfill, leading to dreams that directly address the concerns and aspirations you've been focusing on during waking hours. This responsive quality of dream content opens up fascinating possibilities for intentional personal development. Rather than viewing dreams as random psychological events that happen to you, you might begin to see them as collaborative processes that you can influence and direct. The key seems to be developing a more conscious relationship with the transition between waking and sleeping consciousness. The period just before falling asleep appears to be particularly important for influencing dream content and maximizing the potential for dreams to shape waking reality. During this hypnagogic state, your mind is naturally more open to suggestion and imagery. Thoughts, intentions, and visualizations that occur during this transition period often find their way into subsequent dream narratives, sometimes in surprisingly literal ways. Researchers have found that people who spend time before sleep visualizing positive outcomes, rehearsing desired behaviors, or focusing on specific questions often experience dreams that elaborate on these themes. More importantly, they often wake up with increased motivation, clarity, or confidence related to the areas they focused on before sleeping. It's as if the pre-sleep intentions create a template that guides the psychological work accomplished during the night. The practice of working consciously with this transition period doesn't require any special training or equipment. Simple techniques like reviewing the day's positive experiences, setting intentions for tomorrow's challenges, or asking your dreaming mind to work on specific problems can significantly influence both dream content and the psychological benefits that dreams provide. But the most profound aspect of this dream-reality connection might be how it reveals the continuous, creative nature of consciousness itself. Your sense of self, your understanding of your relationships, your beliefs about what's possible in your life aren't fixed entities that exist independently of your ongoing experience. Instead, they're continuously being constructed and reconstructed through the interplay of memory, emotion, expectation, and imagination that occurs both during waking consciousness and in dreams. This ongoing construction process means that changes in dream patterns can actually contribute to changes in your fundamental sense of identity and possibility. When people begin to have more empowering dreams, they often report corresponding shifts in their waking confidence and life satisfaction. When dream content becomes more creative or adventurous, people frequently find themselves more willing to take positive risks in their daily lives. The therapeutic implications of this understanding are profound. Rather than viewing psychological problems as fixed conditions that require external intervention, we might begin to see them as patterns of meaning-making that can be influenced through the natural processes of consciousness itself. Dreams provide a particularly powerful avenue for this kind of transformation because they operate according to the symbolic, emotional logic that often underlies psychological difficulties. Traditional approaches to dream work in therapeutic settings have typically focused on interpretation, helping people understand what their dreams might mean. But emerging research suggests that the more important factor might be how dreams make people feel and what new possibilities they open up. A dream that leaves you feeling empowered, creative, or peaceful might be therapeutically valuable, regardless of its symbolic content. This shift in perspective from interpretation to experience opens up new approaches to working with dreams for personal growth and healing. Rather than trying to decode dream symbols like a cryptic puzzle, you might focus on cultivating dream experiences that support your psychological well-being and life goals. Techniques like dream incubation, lucid dreaming, and imagery rehearsal can help you become a more active participant in your dream life rather than simply a passive observer. The growing accessibility of these techniques means that the potential benefits of conscious dream work are no longer limited to specialized therapeutic settings or individuals with unusual natural abilities. With proper guidance and practice, most people can learn to influence their dream experiences and harness the psychological benefits that dreams naturally provide. As we drift deeper into this exploration of consciousness and possibility, we begin to see that the relationship between dreams and reality is far more intimate and dynamic than our everyday awareness typically recognizes. Your dreams aren't separate from your waking life. They're part of the same continuous stream of consciousness, contributing their own unique perspective to the ongoing creation of your experienced reality. This understanding invites a fundamental shift in how you might relate to your own consciousness and its various states. Rather than seeing sleep as simply a period of rest between the important activities of waking life, you might begin to appreciate it as an active time of learning, integration, and growth. Rather than dismissing dreams as mere entertainment for your sleeping mind, you might recognize them as valuable contributors to your psychological development and creative potential. The implications extend far beyond individual personal development into questions about the nature of reality itself and humanity's potential for conscious evolution. If the boundaries between different states of consciousness are more permeable than we've traditionally assumed, if the processes that occur during sleep can meaningfully influence waking experience, then we might be only beginning to understand the full spectrum of human consciousness and its creative possibilities. As we continue this journey together through the mysterious landscape, where sleep meets awareness, where psychology meets possibility, we find ourselves not just learning about dreams, but discovering new dimensions of what it means to be consciously alive in a universe that seems designed to support the endless creativity of awakened minds. The question of whether dreams can shape reality opens into something much larger, an exploration of consciousness itself and the remarkable ways that awareness continues to evolve and express itself through every moment of our human experience. The mysterious dance between dreams and reality becomes even more fascinating when we consider the subtle ways that dream experiences seem to prepare us for future encounters we haven't yet imagined. Your sleeping mind doesn't simply process yesterday's events and file them away like a diligent librarian. Instead, it appears to engage in a kind of psychological rehearsal, creating scenarios that help you develop emotional resilience and problem-solving strategies for challenges that may lie ahead. Consider how often people report having dreams about situations they've never actually encountered, only to find themselves better prepared when similar circumstances arise in waking life. The student who dreams about confidently handling a difficult exam question discovers increased composure during actual testing. The person who dreams about navigating social conflicts finds themselves responding with unexpected wisdom when real disagreements emerge. These aren't mere coincidences, but glimpses into one of consciousness's most remarkable capabilities. Your dreaming mind seems to function as a sophisticated simulation system, generating experiences that stretch your psychological muscles and expand your repertoire of responses to life's complexities. During REM sleep, your brain creates virtual scenarios that feel completely real while you're experiencing them. The emotions are genuine, the challenges feel authentic, and the lessons learned carry forward into waking consciousness with surprising persistence. What makes this dream rehearsal particularly powerful is its ability to bypass the limitations that often constrain conscious learning. In dreams, you can practice difficult conversations without fear of actual consequences. You can experiment with bold choices without real-world risks. You can confront your deepest fears in an environment where courage can develop naturally, supported by the knowledge that physical safety is never truly at stake. This safe experimentation space allows for kinds of psychological growth that might be difficult or impossible to achieve through conscious effort alone. The shy person can practice confidence in dream social situations. The anxious individual can rehearse calm responses to stressful scenarios. The creative mind can explore artistic possibilities without the critical voice that often inhibits waking innovation. But the influence of dreams extends beyond individual skill development into the realm of intuitive understanding and insight. Many people report waking from dreams with sudden clarity about complex personal situations, as if their sleeping mind had been working through problems that conscious analysis couldn't resolve. The dream state seems particularly suited for integrating emotional, intuitive, and rational information in ways that pure logical thinking often cannot achieve. This integrative capacity of dreams might reflect the unique neural environment that exists during REM sleep. When the constraints of logical reasoning are relaxed and different brain regions communicate more freely, your mind can make connections that bypass the usual categories and assumptions that organize waking thought. Solutions that seemed impossible during conscious deliberation can emerge with startling clarity from the creative chaos of dream consciousness. The emotional processing that occurs during dreams adds another dimension to their reality-shaping potential. Your sleeping mind doesn't simply think about experiences. It feels them with remarkable intensity. The joy, fear, love, or triumph you experience in dreams creates genuine emotional memories that influence your psychological state long after awakening. These emotional imprints can shift your overall mood, alter your confidence levels, and change your approach to similar situations in waking life. Research suggests that the emotional tone of your dreams often reflects and influences your general psychological well-being. People experiencing depression frequently report dreams filled with themes of loss, helplessness, or isolation. Conversely, individuals going through periods of growth and positive change often describe dreams that feel empowering, adventurous, or filled with possibility. The relationship appears to be bidirectional, with dream content both reflecting and contributing to overall emotional health. This connection between dream emotions and waking well-being opens up therapeutic possibilities that researchers are only beginning to explore. Techniques that help people cultivate more positive dream experiences often lead to improvements in mood, self-confidence, and life satisfaction that persist throughout waking hours. It's as if changing the emotional landscape of your inner dream world gradually transforms the psychological environment within which you experience daily life. The phenomenon of dream incubation illustrates how conscious intention can guide this process of emotional and psychological development through sleep. By focusing on specific questions, challenges, or aspirations before falling asleep, people can often influence their dream content in ways that provide genuine insight and emotional support. The practice requires patience and persistence, but many find that their dreams begin to respond to conscious requests for guidance, healing, or creative inspiration. What's particularly intriguing about dream incubation is that it doesn't require any special beliefs or mystical assumptions. The process seems to work through entirely natural psychological mechanisms. When you focus attention on particular concerns before sleep, those concerns become more likely to appear in dream narratives. When dreams explore these personally significant themes, the emotional and creative processing that occurs during REM sleep becomes directed toward areas where you most need growth or insight. The social dimension of dreaming adds yet another layer to the complex relationship between sleep and reality. Dreams often feature other people from your life, and these dream encounters can actually influence your waking relationships in subtle but measurable ways. When you dream about someone, you might wake up with shifted feelings toward them, new insights about your connection, or changed expectations about future interactions. The emotions you experience toward people in your dreams don't simply disappear upon awakening. They become part of your overall emotional relationship with those individuals, influencing how you perceive them and respond to them in subsequent encounters. A dream conflict might create temporary distance, while a dream reconciliation might open pathways to improved understanding. These effects usually occur below the threshold of conscious awareness, yet they contribute to the ongoing evolution of your social connections. This social processing function of dreams might serve important adaptive purposes. By exploring different scenarios with the people in your life, your dreaming mind helps you prepare for various relational possibilities. You might dream about having difficult conversations, experiencing moments of deep connection, or navigating complex group dynamics. These dream experiences don't predict the future, but they help you develop greater emotional flexibility and social wisdom. The creative potential of dream consciousness represents another pathway through which sleep experiences can shape waking reality. The relaxed logical constraints and enhanced associative thinking that characterize REM sleep create ideal conditions for innovative insights and artistic breakthroughs. Many significant discoveries in science, literature, and the arts have reportedly emerged from dream experiences, suggesting that sleep consciousness might be particularly suited for the kind of creative leaps that advance human knowledge and culture. Modern neuroscience is beginning to understand why the dreaming brain is so conducive to creative thinking. During REM sleep, areas responsible for logical analysis and critical judgment become less active, while regions associated with imagination, memory, and emotional processing become hyperactive. This shift in neural activity creates a mental environment where unusual connections can form, where conventional assumptions can be questioned, and where entirely new possibilities can emerge. The creative insights that arise during dreams often possess a quality of completeness and integration that purely conscious brainstorming rarely achieves. Rather than generating isolated ideas that require extensive development, dream creativity frequently produces fully formed concepts, artistic visions, or problem solutions that feel immediately compelling and workable. This completeness might reflect the integrative nature of dream consciousness, which naturally weaves together diverse elements of memory, emotion, and imagination into coherent narratives. But accessing this creative potential requires developing a more conscious relationship with your dream life. Many people wake from creative dreams with vivid recall of innovative ideas, only to find that the insights fade quickly as everyday consciousness reasserts itself. Learning to capture these fleeting gifts from the sleeping mind often requires practical skills like keeping a dream journal, practicing immediate recall upon awakening, or developing techniques for bridging the gap between dream consciousness and waking awareness. The phenomenon of lucid dreaming offers perhaps the most direct evidence that dream experiences can be consciously influenced and directed towards specific goals. When you become aware that you're dreaming while still remaining asleep, you gain access to a remarkable laboratory for personal experimentation and growth. Lucid dreamers report being able to practice skills, confront fears, explore creative ideas, and engage in psychological healing work with effects that persist into waking life. What makes lucid dreaming particularly valuable for shaping reality is its combination of conscious intention with the expanded possibilities that characterize dream consciousness. In ordinary dreams, you experience events as they unfold, according to the mysterious logic of the sleeping mind. In lucid dreams, you can maintain awareness and make deliberate choices, while still benefiting from the creative freedom and emotional intensity that make dream experiences so psychologically powerful. The skills required for lucid dreaming aren't mysterious or supernatural. They involve developing greater awareness of your mental states, learning to recognize the signs that indicate you're dreaming, and practicing techniques for maintaining consciousness during sleep. While not everyone becomes a frequent lucid dreamer, most people can learn to achieve occasional lucid experiences that provide valuable opportunities for conscious dream work. The therapeutic applications of lucid dreaming have shown remarkable promise for addressing psychological challenges that resist conventional treatment. Approaches people suffering from recurring nightmares often find relief by learning to become lucid during frightening dreams and transforming the scenarios into more empowering experiences. Those dealing with phobias can practice gradual exposure to feared objects or situations in the safe environment of lucid dreams, building confidence that transfers to waking encounters. Even beyond specific therapeutic applications, lucid dreaming seems to enhance general psychological flexibility and resilience. Regular lucid dreamers often report increased confidence, enhanced creativity, and improved problem-solving abilities in their daily lives. The practice of maintaining awareness and exercising choice within the fluid reality of dreams appears to strengthen these same capacities during ordinary waking consciousness. The emerging field of dream engineering takes these possibilities even further, exploring how technology might be used to enhance the beneficial aspects of dream consciousness. Researchers are developing systems that can detect REM sleep phases and deliver targeted stimuli designed to influence dream content or trigger lucidity. These technologies might eventually allow for more systematic therapeutic interventions through dream states, or more reliable access to the creative and learning benefits that dreams naturally provide. But perhaps the most profound implication of understanding how dreams can shape reality lies in what it reveals about the nature of consciousness itself. The boundary between dreaming and waking awareness isn't as absolute as everyday experience might suggest. Both states involve the continuous construction of experienced reality through the interplay of memory, emotion, perception, and imagination. The difference lies not in the fundamental mechanisms, but in the rules and constraints that govern how these mechanisms operate. This more fluid understanding of consciousness opens up new possibilities for personal development and psychological growth. If different states of awareness can contribute unique perspectives to the ongoing creation of your experienced reality, then learning to work consciously with the full spectrum of consciousness becomes a valuable life skill. Dreams represent just one aspect of this expanded awareness, but they offer particularly rich opportunities for the kind of psychological integration and creative insight that supports meaningful personal transformation. As we continue exploring these mysterious territories where consciousness meets possibility, where sleep encounters awakening, we find ourselves not just learning about dreams, but discovering new dimensions of what it means to be fully human in a universe that seems designed to support the endless creativity of awakened minds working through every state of consciousness. The relationship between dreams and reality ultimately invites us to reconsider our assumptions about the boundaries of influence and possibility in human experience. Rather than viewing consciousness as limited to waking awareness, we might begin to appreciate the full spectrum of mental states as valuable contributors to personal growth, creative expression, and the ongoing construction of meaningful life experiences. Tonight, as you prepare to surrender to sleep and enter the mysterious realm of dreams, remember that you're not simply resting between the important activities of waking life. You're entering an active state of consciousness with its own unique gifts and possibilities. A state where learning continues, creativity flourishes, and the seeds of tomorrow's reality are quietly being planted in the fertile soil of the dreaming mind. The boundaries between these different states of consciousness become even more permeable when we consider how the sleeping brain processes not just individual memories, but entire patterns of meaning that shape your fundamental sense of self. Your dreams don't simply reflect who you are today. They actively participate in constructing who you might become tomorrow. During the deepest phases of REM sleep, something extraordinary happens to your neural architecture. The same networks that maintain your sense of identity during waking hours become fluid and malleable. Your brain begins experimenting with different versions of yourself, exploring alternative responses to familiar situations, testing new ways of being in the world. These aren't random neural fluctuations, but sophisticated psychological simulations that can influence your waking personality in measurable ways. Consider how people often report waking from certain dreams, feeling fundamentally different about themselves or their capabilities. The shy individual who dreams of speaking confidently before a large audience doesn't simply file away an interesting fantasy. The neural pathways activated during that dream experience create actual changes in brain connectivity that can reduce social anxiety and increase self-assurance in real-world situations. The person struggling with creative blocks who dreams of producing beautiful art often finds that their waking creative abilities have genuinely expanded. These shifts in self-perception through dream experience reveal something profound about the constructed nature of personality itself. What we consider our fixed character traits are actually dynamic patterns maintained by repeated neural activity. When dreams provide alternative experiences of ourselves, they create opportunities for these patterns to evolve and transform in directions that support our growth and well-being. The mechanism behind this personality flexibility appears to involve the same neuroplasticity that underlies all learning and adaptation. Just as physical practice strengthens neural pathways related to motor skills, dream experiences of confidence, creativity, or emotional resilience strengthen the psychological networks that support these qualities during waking life. Your sleeping brain doesn't distinguish between practiced and imagined experiences when it comes to building neural connections that shape future behavior. This understanding opens remarkable possibilities for intentional character development through dream work. Rather than viewing personality change as requiring years of conscious effort and struggle, we might recognize that our sleeping minds naturally engage in the kind of identity exploration that can facilitate profound personal transformation. The key lies in learning to collaborate more consciously with these natural processes of psychological growth that occur during sleep. The emotional memories created during dreams prove particularly influential in shaping your waking sense of possibility. When you experience triumph, love, or creative breakthrough in a dream, your brain encodes these as genuine emotional memories that contribute to your overall psychological resources. These positive emotional experiences don't disappear upon awakening. They become part of your emotional history, influencing your confidence, your expectations, and your willingness to take positive risks in daily life. Conversely, dreams that repeatedly feature themes of failure, rejection, or helplessness can gradually erode psychological resilience if left unaddressed. The emotional impact of these dream experiences accumulates over time, potentially contributing to patterns of anxiety, depression, or self-doubt that affect waking well-being. This isn't to suggest that occasional difficult dreams are harmful. Rather, it highlights the importance of overall dream health and the potential benefits of learning to influence dream content in more positive directions. The practice of dream visualization offers one approach to cultivating more beneficial dream experiences. By spending time before sleep, imagining positive outcomes, successful performances, or healing scenarios, people often find that their actual dream content begins to shift in corresponding directions. This isn't about forcing specific dreams to occur, but rather about providing gentle guidance to the natural storytelling processes that unfold during REM sleep. The technique works because the boundary between imagination and dreaming is remarkably fluid. the same neural networks that create vivid mental imagery during waking consciousness are actively involved in generating dream narratives. When you engage these networks with positive, personally meaningful visualizations before sleep, you're essentially providing material that your dreaming mind can incorporate and elaborate upon throughout the night. What makes this practice particularly powerful is its ability to work with the symbolic language that characterizes dream consciousness. Rather than trying to program specific literal scenarios, effective dream visualization focuses on emotional states, symbolic imagery, and general themes that resonate with your personal growth goals. Your dreaming mind then takes these seeds and develops them in ways that often surprise and delight with their creativity and insight. The timing of these visualization practices appears crucial for their effectiveness. The hypnagogic period just before falling asleep represents a unique state of consciousness where the logical constraints of waking awareness begin to soften while intentional focus remains possible. Thoughts, images, and intentions that arise during this twilight state seem to have privileged access to the dream generation processes that follow. Research suggests that the brain waves present during this transitional period create optimal conditions for the kind of suggestion that can influence subsequent dream content. The alpha and theta rhythms that characterize drowsiness appear to make the mind more receptive to imagery and intention, while maintaining enough coherence to direct these influences toward personally meaningful themes. But the relationship between conscious intention and dream experience extends beyond individual visualization practices into the realm of environmental and social influences. The physical environment where you sleep, the sounds you're exposed to during rest, even the conversations you have before bed can all subtly shape the content and emotional tone of your dreams. Your sleeping mind remains remarkably attuned to contextual cues that influence how dream narratives unfold. This environmental sensitivity creates opportunities for enhancing dream experiences through thoughtful attention to sleep surroundings. Calming scents, gentle sounds, comfortable temperatures, and peaceful visual environments can all contribute to more restful and potentially more beneficial dream states. The goal isn't to control dreams directly, but to create conditions that support the natural healing and growth processes that occur during healthy sleep. The social dimension of dream influence proves equally important. People who go to sleep feeling emotionally supported, understood, or loved often experience dreams that reflect and amplify these positive emotional states. Conversely, those who retire feeling isolated, conflicted, or anxious frequently find that their dream content mirrors and sometimes intensifies these challenging emotions. This social emotional connection suggests that the quality of your relationships and daily interactions plays a significant role in shaping your inner dream life. Positive social connections don't just improve waking well-being. They seem to create psychological conditions that support more beneficial dream experiences, which in turn contribute to better sleep quality and enhanced emotional resilience. The therapeutic implications of this understanding are profound. Rather than viewing dream content as something that happens to you, you might begin to see it as something you can influence through conscious attention to the psychological and environmental factors that shape sleep experiences. This doesn't require elaborate techniques or special training. Often, simple changes in bedtime routines, sleep environments, or pre-sleep mental practices can lead to meaningful improvements in dream quality and the psychological benefits that dreams provide. The emerging research on targeted memory reactivation during sleep reveals even more specific ways that dream experiences can be guided toward beneficial outcomes. Scientists have discovered that when particular memories are reactivated during REM sleep, through subtle sensory cues, these memories don't just become stronger, they can actually be updated with new associations, emotions, and meanings that influence how similar situations are experienced in the future. This memory updating process appears to be one of the primary mechanisms through which dreams shape waking reality. By selectively reactivating and modifying memories during sleep, your brain continuously revises your personal narrative, updating your sense of what's possible and reshaping your expectations about yourself and your world. Dreams provide the creative context within which this memory revision occurs, offering new perspectives and emotional frameworks that can transform how past experiences influence present behavior. The implications extend far beyond individual psychology into questions about the fundamental nature of memory, identity, and personal growth. If our sense of self is continuously being reconstructed through the interplay of memory and imagination that occurs during sleep, then dreams represent active participants in the ongoing creation of who we are and who we might become. This dynamic view of identity formation through dream experience challenges static notions of personality and opens up new possibilities for intentional personal development. Rather than seeing yourself as fixed by past experiences, you might recognize that your sleeping mind is constantly working to integrate new insights, heal old wounds, and explore fresh possibilities for growth and expression. The practice of working consciously with this natural process of identity evolution through dreams requires developing a more intimate relationship with your own sleep consciousness. This might involve keeping a dream journal to track patterns and themes in your nocturnal experiences, practicing techniques for enhancing dream recall, or experimenting with methods for influencing dream content in positive directions. But perhaps most importantly, it involves cultivating an attitude of curiosity and respect toward your dream life. Rather than dismissing dreams as meaningless neural noise, you might begin to appreciate them as valuable communications from aspects of your consciousness that operate according to different rules, but offer genuine wisdom and insight. The collaborative relationship between waking intention and sleeping creativity that emerges from this perspective offers remarkable possibilities for personal transformation and growth. When you learn to work consciously with your dreams, you gain access to psychological resources and creative capabilities that purely rational approaches often cannot reach. Your sleeping mind becomes a trusted ally in the ongoing project of becoming more fully yourself. As we drift deeper into this exploration of consciousness and possibility, we encounter one of the most fascinating aspects of dream research: the discovery that the benefits of dream experiences often exceed what would be predicted based on their content alone. The act of dreaming itself, regardless of specific narrative details, seems to provide psychological benefits that contribute to emotional resilience, creative thinking, and adaptive flexibility. This suggests that the process of dreaming might be as important as the content of individual dreams. The regular exercise of consciousness in its dream mode appears to maintain and strengthen psychological capacities that prove valuable across all states of awareness. Like physical exercise that builds strength and endurance for daily activities, the mental exercise that occurs during dreaming might build psychological fitness that enhances overall life experience. The implications of this understanding reach into every aspect of human experience, from education and creativity to healing and personal fulfillment. If dreams naturally contribute to psychological development and adaptive capacity, then supporting healthy dream experiences becomes an important component of overall wellness and human potential development. Tonight, as you prepare to enter this mysterious realm where consciousness takes on new forms and explores different possibilities, remember that you're not simply resting between the important activities of waking life. You're participating in one of the most sophisticated and beneficial processes that human consciousness has evolved. Your dreams aren't separate from your reality. They're active participants in creating it, offering their own unique gifts to the ongoing symphony of your human experience. In this understanding, the question of whether dreams can shape reality transforms into something much more profound. It becomes an invitation to recognize the full spectrum of consciousness as valuable, to appreciate the mysterious intelligence that operates through different states of awareness, and to participate more consciously in the remarkable process through which awareness itself continues to evolve and create meaning in every moment of existence, whether we're awake or beautifully, mysteriously asleep. The neuroscience of memory reactivation during sleep unveils yet another layer of how your dreaming mind participates in reshaping your lived experience. Throughout each night, your brain doesn't simply archive the day's events like a passive recording device. Instead, it engages in an active process of selection, modification, and integration that fundamentally alters how these experiences will influence your future thoughts and behaviors. During the deepest phases of REM sleep, specific neural circuits begin replaying recent experiences at accelerated speeds, sometimes processing an entire day's worth of events in just minutes. But this replay isn't faithful reproduction. Your sleeping brain acts more like a creative editor, emphasizing certain details while allowing others to fade, connecting new experiences with older memories in ways that create entirely fresh associations and meanings. This editorial process appears to be guided by emotional significance and personal relevance. Experiences that carried strong feelings or seemed important to your goals and values receive more intensive processing, while routine or emotionally neutral events often fade quickly from memory. Your dreaming mind essentially curates your experiences, deciding which aspects of your life deserve permanent storage and how they should be integrated into your ongoing sense of self. What makes this process truly remarkable is its ability to transform the meaning of experiences retroactively. A challenging situation that felt overwhelming during the day might be reprocessed during sleep in ways that reveal hidden strengths or unexpected opportunities. A conversation that seemed insignificant at the time might be connected with other memories to create new insights about relationships or personal growth. This meaning-making function of dreams extends beyond individual memories to encompass entire patterns of experience. Your sleeping brain appears to be constantly searching for themes, connections, and narratives that can help you understand your life in more coherent and empowering ways. The stories that emerge during dreams often reflect these deeper organizational processes, presenting symbolic representations of the psychological work being accomplished beneath the threshold of awareness. The phenomenon becomes even more intriguing when we consider how future-oriented your dreaming mind appears to be. Rather than simply processing past events, dreams often seem to be preparing you for challenges and opportunities that haven't yet materialized. The scenarios that unfold during sleep frequently involve novel combinations of familiar elements, creating practice opportunities for situations you may encounter in the future. This preparatory function of dreams might explain why people often report feeling more capable or confident after particularly vivid dream experiences. If your sleeping mind has been rehearsing successful responses to challenging situations, you wake up with neural pathways already established for handling similar circumstances. The confidence isn't just psychological, it's neurological, reflecting actual changes in brain connectivity that occurred during dream-based practice sessions. The timing of these preparatory dreams seems particularly sophisticated. People facing major life transitions often report changes in their dream patterns weeks or months before external circumstances shift. Students preparing for important exams might begin having dreams about test-taking scenarios. Individuals considering career changes might dream about new professional environments. It's as if the sleeping mind senses impending changes and begins psychological preparation well in advance. This anticipatory quality of dream consciousness suggests that your sleeping mind might be more attuned to subtle environmental and psychological cues than your waking awareness typically recognizes. Dreams might reflect not just current concerns, but also emerging patterns and possibilities that haven't yet reached conscious recognition. In this sense, paying attention to dream themes and emotions might provide valuable insights into your deeper intuitive understanding of life circumstances. The creative problem solving that occurs during dreams operates according to principles that differ markedly from logical, step-by-step reasoning. Dream consciousness seems particularly adept at finding solutions that involve reframing problems entirely, approaching challenges from unexpected angles, or combining elements that rational thinking might consider incompatible. The relaxed constraints of dream logic allow for the kind of innovative thinking that can lead to genuine breakthroughs in understanding. Many people report that their most creative insights emerge not from the content of specific dreams, but from the mental flexibility that regular dream experiences seem to foster. The practice of navigating the fluid, ever-changing landscape of dream consciousness appears to enhance psychological adaptability in general, making people more comfortable with ambiguity, more open to novel possibilities, and more willing to consider unconventional approaches to problems. This creative enhancement through dream experience might reflect the unique neural environment that exists during REM sleep. When logical reasoning areas become less active, while imagination and associative thinking networks become hyperactive, your brain can form connections that would be impossible under normal waking constraints. These novel neural pathways don't disappear when you wake up. They become part of your expanded repertoire of thinking patterns, available for use during conscious problem solving. The social processing that occurs during dreams adds another dimension to their reality-shaping influence. Dreams frequently feature complex interpersonal scenarios that allow you to explore different ways of relating to the people in your life. You might dream about having conversations that reveal new aspects of familiar relationships, or find yourself responding to social challenges with wisdom and confidence that surprises even your dreaming self. These dream-based social experiences can influence your waking relationships in subtle but meaningful ways. The emotional tone you experience towards someone in a dream often carries over into your next real-world interaction with that person. A dream conversation that resolves conflict or deepens understanding can create psychological conditions that make positive changes more likely in your actual relationship. The phenomenon works in both directions. Positive dream encounters can enhance feelings of connection and empathy, while difficult dream interactions might create temporary emotional distance or reveal underlying tensions that require conscious attention. Your sleeping mind appears to use dream narratives as a safe space for exploring the full range of possible relationship dynamics, helping you develop greater social wisdom and emotional intelligence. This social rehearsal function of dreams proves particularly valuable for people who struggle with interpersonal anxiety or conflict resolution. Dreams provide opportunities to practice difficult conversations, experiment with assertive responses, or explore different ways of expressing emotions without the risks associated with real-world social interactions. The confidence and skills developed through these dream-based practice sessions often translate into improved social functioning during waking hours. The healing potential of dream experiences extends beyond psychological benefits into the realm of physical well-being. Research suggests that the emotional processing and stress reduction that occur during healthy dreaming can have measurable effects on immune function, cardiovascular health, and pain perception. People who report satisfying dream experiences often show better overall health outcomes than those whose sleep is frequently disrupted or whose dreams are predominantly negative. This mind-body connection through dream consciousness reflects the integrated nature of human physiology. The same neural networks that generate dream experiences also regulate stress hormones, immune responses, and healing processes. When dreams provide emotional resolution, creative inspiration, or psychological empowerment, these positive psychological states can translate into improved physical health through well-established psychoneuroimmunological pathways. The therapeutic applications of this understanding are beginning to emerge in clinical settings. Some innovative treatment programs now incorporate dream work as a component of holistic healing approaches. Patients learning to cultivate more positive dream experiences often show enhanced recovery from various medical conditions, suggesting that the benefits of healthy dreaming extend far beyond psychological well-being into physical restoration and healing. But perhaps the most profound implication of understanding how dreams shape reality lies in what it reveals about the participatory nature of consciousness itself. Your awareness isn't simply observing a pre-existing reality, it's actively participating in creating the reality you experience. Dreams represent one of the most direct examples of this creative capacity, demonstrating how consciousness can generate experiences that feel completely real and can have lasting effects on your psychological and physical well-being. This participatory view of consciousness challenges the traditional distinction between subjective experience and objective reality. If dream experiences can create measurable changes in brain structure, influence emotional states, enhance learning, and affect physical health, then in what sense are they less real than waking experiences? The answer might be that reality itself is more fluid and consciousness dependent than our everyday assumptions suggest. The implications extend far beyond academic philosophy into practical questions about how to live more consciously and creatively. If different states of awareness can contribute unique perspectives to your ongoing experience of reality, then learning to work skillfully with the full spectrum of consciousness becomes a valuable life practice. Dreams offer just one avenue for this expanded awareness, but they provide particularly accessible opportunities for most people to explore these deeper dimensions of conscious participation in reality creation. The emerging technologies for dream enhancement and sleep optimization are making these possibilities increasingly accessible to people who might not have natural facility with dream recall or lucid dreaming devices that monitor sleep stages, apps that provide targeted soundscapes during REM periods, and biofeedback systems that can detect and respond to dream states are opening new frontiers for conscious collaboration with sleeping consciousness. But the most important developments might be the simple recognition that your dream life deserves the same attention and care that you give to other aspects of health and well-being. Creating optimal conditions for beneficial dreaming doesn't require sophisticated technology or specialized training. Often, basic practices like maintaining consistent sleep schedules, creating peaceful sleep environments, and developing positive bedtime routines can significantly enhance the quality and psychological benefits of dream experiences. The practice of dream journaling represents perhaps the most accessible way to begin developing a more conscious relationship with your sleeping consciousness. By recording dream experiences immediately upon awakening, you begin to notice patterns, themes, and progressions that might otherwise remain invisible. This enhanced awareness of your dream life often leads naturally to greater influence over dream content and increased ability to derive practical benefits from nocturnal experiences. The act of writing about dreams seems to strengthen the neural pathways that connect sleeping and waking consciousness, making dream insights more available during daily life. Many people find that regular dream journaling not only improves dream recall, but also enhances creativity, problem-solving abilities, and emotional intelligence in their waking activities. Setting intentions before sleep offers another simple but powerful technique for working more consciously with dream experiences. By focusing attention on specific questions, challenges, or aspirations during the transition into sleep, you can often influence your dream content in ways that provide genuine insight and support. The practice requires patience and consistency, but many find that their dreams gradually become more responsive to conscious requests for guidance or assistance. The key to successful dream incubation lies in approaching the practice with the spirit of curiosity rather than control. Rather than trying to force specific dreams to occur, effective intention setting involves creating gentle invitations for your sleeping consciousness to explore particular themes or questions. Your dreaming mind often responds to these invitations in surprising and creative ways that exceed what you might have consciously imagined. As we near the end of our exploration tonight, we find ourselves not with definitive answers about whether dreams can shape reality, but with a deeper appreciation for the profound interconnectedness of all states of consciousness. The boundary between dreaming and waking awareness proves far more permeable than everyday experience suggests, and the influence flows continuously in both directions. Your dreams emerge from the same continuous stream of consciousness that creates your waking experience, and they contribute their own unique gifts to the ongoing symphony of awareness that constitutes your human life. Rather than asking whether dreams can shape reality, We might more accurately ask how different modes of consciousness collaborate in the continuous creation of meaningful experience. Tonight, as you prepare to surrender to sleep and enter the mysterious realm where consciousness takes on new forms, remember that you're not leaving reality behind. You're entering a different mode of the same reality, one where different rules apply, but where genuine learning, healing, and growth continue to unfold. Your dreams aren't separate from your life. They're integral participants in the magnificent, ongoing process of becoming fully conscious in a universe that seems designed to support the endless creativity of awakened awareness. The question of whether dreams can shape reality ultimately invites us into a larger inquiry about the nature of consciousness itself and our role as conscious participants in the continuous creation of meaningful experience. In exploring this question, we discover not just insights about sleep and dreaming, but a deeper understanding of what it means to be consciously alive in a reality that is far more fluid, creative, and responsive to awareness than we might have ever imagined. In this deeper understanding of how consciousness weaves together sleeping and waking experience, we encounter something truly extraordinary about the nature of memory itself. Your brain doesn't simply store experiences like files in a computer. Instead, each time you recall a memory, you're actually reconstructing it. And this reconstruction process can be profoundly influenced by the emotional and psychological context in which the remembering occurs. During sleep, this reconstructive quality of memory becomes even more pronounced and creative. Your dreaming mind doesn't just replay events from your past, it actively reimagines them, often in ways that can fundamentally alter their emotional impact and psychological significance. A painful memory might be recontextualized within a dream narrative that reveals hidden strengths or unexpected wisdom. A moment of triumph might be elaborated and enhanced, creating emotional resources that support greater confidence in future challenges. This ongoing revision of your personal history through dream experience represents one of the most profound ways that sleep consciousness shapes waking reality. You're not simply the sum of what has happened to you. You're the continuously evolving result of how your consciousness, in all its various states, interprets and reinterprets your experiences. Dreams play a crucial role in this interpretive process, offering alternative perspectives that can transform limiting beliefs into empowering insights. Consider how differently you might feel about a challenging period in your life after dreaming about it in ways that highlight your resilience rather than your struggles. The external facts haven't changed, but the meaning you derive from those facts has been transformed through the creative reprocessing that occurred during sleep. This new meaning doesn't remain confined to the dream state. It becomes part of your updated understanding of yourself and your capabilities, influencing how you approach similar challenges in the future. The phenomenon extends beyond individual memories to encompass your entire sense of personal narrative. Dreams often seem to be working on the larger story of who you are and who you might become. They explore different versions of your identity, test various approaches to life's challenges, and gradually construct a more expansive and empowering sense of personal possibility. This narrative construction through dream experience operates according to principles that are simultaneously psychological and neurological. At the psychological level, dreams provide a space where you can explore aspects of yourself that might be suppressed or underdeveloped in waking life. The timid person can experience boldness. The rigid individual can discover flexibility. The isolated soul can explore deep connection. These dream experiences of alternative selfhood don't simply vanish upon awakening. They create neural pathways that support the development of these qualities in conscious life. At the neurological level, the act of experiencing yourself differently in dreams actually changes brain structure in measurable ways. Neuroplasticity research has shown that vivid imagination and emotional experience can create neural changes that are remarkably similar to those produced by actual practice. When you dream about being confident, creative, or compassionate, you're literally rewiring your brain to support these qualities during waking hours. This neuroplastic potential of dream experience offers hope for people struggling with limiting self-concepts or psychological patterns that seem resistant to conscious change. Sometimes the shifts in identity and possibility that are difficult to achieve through willpower alone can occur more naturally through the expanded awareness and creative freedom that characterize dream consciousness. The emotional healing that can occur through dream experiences represents another profound pathway for sleep consciousness to reshape waking reality. Dreams often provide safe spaces for processing difficult emotions, confronting fears, and exploring painful experiences from new perspectives. The symbolic language of dreams can make it possible to work with psychological material that might be too overwhelming to approach directly during waking consciousness. This emotional processing through dreams doesn't require conscious direction or therapeutic intervention, though it can be enhanced by both. Your sleeping mind seems naturally drawn towards psychological material that needs attention, often returning repeatedly to themes or situations that require emotional integration. The persistence of certain dream motifs might reflect your psyche's determination to work through unresolved issues until they reach some form of resolution or acceptance. The healing narratives that emerge in dreams often possess a completeness and wisdom that conscious therapeutic work sometimes struggles to achieve. A dream might provide the perfect metaphor for understanding a complex emotional situation, or offer an experience of forgiveness that transforms a relationship with past hurt. These healing dream experiences can create profound shifts in emotional well-being that persist long after the dream is forgotten. But the influence of dreams on emotional reality extends beyond individual healing into the realm of emotional development and maturity. Dreams provide ongoing practice opportunities for managing complex feelings, navigating difficult relationships, and responding to life's challenges with greater wisdom and resilience. The emotional intelligence that develops through dream experiences often translates into improved emotional regulation and interpersonal skills during waking life. The creative inspiration that emerges from dream consciousness represents yet another avenue through which sleep shapes waking reality. The artistic breakthroughs, innovative solutions, and novel perspectives that arise during dreams don't simply entertain the sleeping mind. They contribute to the ongoing evolution of human creativity and knowledge, pushing the boundaries of what's possible in art, science, and technology. This creative contribution of dreams reflects the unique cognitive environment that exists during REM sleep. When logical constraints are relaxed and associative thinking is enhanced, your mind can explore combinations and possibilities that would never occur during rational focus thinking. The insights that emerge from this cognitive freedom often possess a quality of elegance and integration that purely conscious creativity rarely achieves. Many people report that their most innovative ideas emerge not from deliberate brainstorming, but from the relaxed, receptive state that follows vivid dreaming. It's as if the creative work accomplished during sleep continues to influence waking consciousness, opening pathways to inspiration and insight that remain accessible throughout the day. The practical applications of this understanding are beginning to emerge in educational and professional settings. Some forward-thinking organizations now encourage employees to pay attention to their dream life as a source of creative inspiration. Educational programs are exploring how dream incubation techniques might enhance learning and problem-solving abilities. Even therapeutic approaches are incorporating dream work as a method for accessing creative solutions to personal challenges. The phenomenon of dream telepathy and shared dreaming experiences opens another intriguing dimension to the question of how dreams might influence reality. While the scientific evidence for psychic dreaming remains controversial, many people report dream experiences that seem to connect them with others in ways that transcend ordinary psychological explanations. Whether these experiences reflect genuine extrasensory phenomena or sophisticated unconscious processing of subtle social cues, they suggest that dream consciousness might be more interconnected with the broader field of human awareness than individual psychology alone would suggest. These shared or connected dream experiences often have profound effects on the relationships involved. People report feeling deeper empathy, understanding, or connection with others following dreams that seem to involve mutual participation. Even if the mechanism remains mysterious, the psychological impact is real and often leads to improved communication and intimacy in waking relationships. The spiritual and transcendent experiences that can occur during dreams represent perhaps the most profound way that sleep consciousness might shape waking reality. Dreams of profound peace, unconditional love, or cosmic connection often leave lasting impressions that fundamentally alter how people understand themselves and their place in the larger scheme of existence. These transcendent dream experiences can catalyze spiritual growth, inspire life direction changes, and provide comfort during difficult periods that extends far beyond the duration of the dream itself. Whether interpreted in religious, spiritual, or purely psychological terms, these transformative dream experiences often mark turning points in people's lives. The sense of expanded awareness, deep peace, or unconditional love experienced in such dreams can become a touchstone for waking consciousness, a reminder of possibilities that exist beyond ordinary everyday awareness. The integration of these profound dream experiences into daily life often requires conscious attention and reflection. The insights and perspectives gained during transcendent dreams can fade quickly if not actively cultivated through meditation, contemplation, or other spiritual practices. But when successfully integrated, these dream-derived insights can transform how people approach relationships, work, and life challenges with greater wisdom and compassion. As our exploration draws toward its natural conclusion, we find ourselves facing a fundamental shift in understanding about the nature of consciousness and reality itself. The evidence from neuroscience, psychology, and personal experience suggests that the boundary between sleeping and waking awareness is far more fluid than traditional thinking has assumed. Dreams aren't simply byproducts of neural housekeeping or random firing patterns. They're sophisticated psychological processes that contribute meaningfully to learning, healing, creativity, and personal growth. This understanding invites us to reconsider our relationship with sleep and dreaming as active components of conscious living, rather than passive intervals between periods of awareness. Your dream life deserves the same attention and care that you give to other aspects of health and well-being, not because dreams are mystically powerful, but because they represent natural processes of psychological development that can be enhanced through conscious attention and skillful practice. The techniques for working more consciously with dream experiences are remarkably accessible and practical. Maintaining regular sleep schedules, creating peaceful sleep environments, keeping dream journals, setting pre-sleep intentions, and practicing dream recall can all significantly enhance the beneficial aspects of dreaming. These aren't esoteric practices requiring special beliefs or abilities. They're practical skills for optimizing natural psychological processes that occur during sleep. The emerging technologies for dream enhancement offer additional possibilities for those interested in exploring the frontiers of consciousness research. But the most important developments might simply be the growing recognition that dreams matter, that they contribute meaningfully to psychological well-being, creative development, and personal growth in ways that deserve serious attention and respect. Tonight, as you prepare to enter the mysterious realm where consciousness takes on new forms and explores different possibilities, remember that you're not simply resting between the important activities of waking life. You're participating in sophisticated processes of learning, integration, and growth that will influence your waking experience in subtle but meaningful ways. Your dreams may not possess magical powers to alter external reality directly, but they participate actively in creating the internal reality through which you experience and respond to life's challenges and opportunities. They contribute to the continuous construction of your sense of self, your emotional resilience, your creative capabilities, and your understanding of what's possible in your human experience. In this light, the question of whether dreams can shape reality transforms into something richer and more nuanced. Rather than seeking simple answers about mystical manifestation, we discover profound insights about the integrated nature of consciousness and its role in creating meaningful human experience. Dreams don't exist in some separate realm, disconnected from ordinary life. They're integral participants in the ongoing symphony of awareness that constitutes your fully lived human existence. As sleep approaches and your conscious mind prepares to surrender control to the deeper wisdom of dreaming consciousness, trust in the natural intelligence that will guide your nocturnal journey. Your sleeping mind knows how to work with the experiences, challenges, and aspirations that matter most to your growth and well-being. The dreams that unfold tonight will be uniquely yours, perfectly crafted by your own consciousness to serve your individual path of learning and becoming. The mystery of how dreams shape reality ultimately points toward the larger mystery of consciousness itself and its remarkable capacity for continuous growth, healing, and creative expression. In exploring this question, we discover not just fascinating insights about sleep and dreaming, but a deeper appreciation for the magnificent complexity and possibility that characterizes human awareness in all its various forms and expressions. The profound interconnection between your sleeping and waking consciousness reveals itself most clearly when we examine how dream experiences actually reshape the neural architecture of memory consolidation. Throughout each night, your brain engages in an extraordinary process of selective strengthening and creative reorganization that goes far beyond simple storage and retrieval. During the deepest phases of REM sleep, specific neural circuits begin an intricate dance of memory reactivation. But this isn't passive replay. Your sleeping mind acts as both curator and artist, selecting which experiences deserve enhanced encoding while simultaneously weaving them together with existing memories in patterns that create entirely new associations and insights. The shy conversation from yesterday might be connected with memories of past social successes, gradually building neural pathways that support greater confidence. The creative challenge you've been pondering might find resolution through unexpected connections between seemingly unrelated experiences stored in different regions of your brain. This selective enhancement process appears to be guided by emotional resonance and personal significance. Experiences that carried strong feelings or seemed relevant to your deeper goals and values receive preferential treatment during nocturnal processing. Your dreaming mind essentially acts as a wise librarian, not just filing away information, but actively organizing it in ways that serve your psychological growth and adaptive needs. What makes this process truly remarkable is its ability to transform the subjective meaning of experiences after the fact. A situation that felt overwhelming during the day might be reprocessed during sleep in ways that reveal hidden strengths or unexpected learning opportunities. The neural pathways associated with that memory don't just become stronger, they become connected with networks related to resilience, problem solving, and personal empowerment. Recent neuroscience research reveals that this memory transformation process is surprisingly responsive to conscious intention. People who spend time before sleep reflecting on positive aspects of challenging experiences often show enhanced beneficial memory consolidation during subsequent REM periods. It's as if conscious attention can guide the unconscious editorial work that occurs during dreams, directing your sleeping mind toward interpretations that support psychological well-being and growth. The phenomenon extends beyond individual memories into the realm of skill acquisition and performance enhancement. Athletes who visualize successful performances before sleep often show improved technique the following day, not just from the conscious visualization, but from the continued neural refinement that occurs during dream states. Musicians report that complex passages become more fluid after being processed during sleep. Even cognitive abilities like pattern recognition and creative problem solving can show remarkable overnight improvement following intensive daytime engagement. This sleep-dependent enhancement appears to involve the same motor planning and cognitive networks that are active during actual practice, but without the physical and mental fatigue that limits conscious training. Your dreaming brain essentially provides additional practice sessions in an environment where experimentation and refinement can occur without real-world constraints or consequences. The emotional dimension of this nocturnal learning proves particularly fascinating. Skills and knowledge that are acquired with strong emotional engagement show greater sleep-dependent improvement than those learned through purely mechanical repetition. It's as if the emotional significance of an experience determines how much attention your dreaming consciousness devotes to integrating and refining it. This emotional prioritization system helps explain why dreams often focus on personally meaningful material rather than mundane daily routines. Your sleeping mind appears to be constantly scanning for experiences that matter to your psychological development, relationships, and life direction. The casual interactions and routine tasks rarely appear in dreams, while significant conversations, challenging decisions, and emotionally charged encounters become frequent themes in nocturnal narratives. The social processing that occurs during dreams adds another layer of complexity to how sleep consciousness shapes waking reality. Dreams frequently feature elaborate interpersonal scenarios that allow you to explore different ways of relating to the people in your life. You might find yourself having conversations that reveal new aspects of familiar relationships, or responding to social challenges with wisdom and confidence that surprises even your dreaming self. These dream-based social experiences don't remain isolated in sleep consciousness. The emotional insights and relational understanding that emerge during dream interactions often carry forward into waking encounters, subtly influencing your expectations, responses, and overall approach to interpersonal connections. A dream conversation that explores forgiveness might create psychological conditions that make reconciliation more likely in your actual relationship. The mechanism appears to involve the same empathy and social cognition networks that operate during waking social interactions. When you dream about relating to others, these neural systems remain active, processing social information and refining your understanding of complex interpersonal dynamics. The safety of the dream environment allows for kinds of social experimentation that might feel too risky during conscious interactions. This social rehearsal function proves particularly valuable for people who struggle with interpersonal anxiety or communication challenges. Dreams provide opportunities to practice difficult conversations, explore assertive responses, or experiment with vulnerability without the social risks associated with real-world interactions. The confidence and insights developed through these nocturnal social encounters often translate into improved interpersonal skills and greater emotional intelligence during waking hours. The creative potential unleashed during dream consciousness represents perhaps the most direct evidence of how sleep experiences can generate genuinely novel contributions to waking reality. The relaxed logical constraints and enhanced associative thinking that characterize REM sleep create ideal conditions for the kind of innovative connections that drive artistic breakthroughs and scientific discoveries. During dreams, your mind can combine elements in ways that would never occur during rational, focused thinking. Impossible scenarios become routine, conventional categories dissolve, and entirely new possibilities emerge from the creative chaos of dream logic. The insights that arise from this cognitive freedom often possess a completeness and elegance that conscious brainstorming rarely achieves. Many people report that their most innovative ideas emerge not from deliberate creative effort, but from the relaxed, receptive state that follows vivid dreaming experiences. It's as if the creative work accomplished during sleep continues to influence waking consciousness throughout the following day, opening pathways to inspiration and insight that remain accessible long after the dream is forgotten. As we reach the gentle end of our nocturnal journey together, we find ourselves not with simple answers, but with something far more profound. A deeper appreciation for the extraordinary dance between sleeping and waking consciousness that unfolds within you every single night. Your dreams aren't separate from your reality. They're active participants in creating it, weaving together memory and imagination, processing emotions and rehearsing possibilities in ways that shape who you become when morning light returns tonight as you surrender to sleep. Trust in this remarkable process. Sweet dreams, fellow traveler in consciousness.